Hello everyone, I'm Joe and this is Aquatics Planet. Today I'm going to be talking about hermit crabs. So I'm going to be doing a temporary hermit crab habitat or what's that, crabitat. Okay, so today I have a plastic container I'm going to be using, and this came with a few things. It came with this label. In Japan, they're called yadokari, which basically translates to rent it home. As you know, I'll quickly talk about hermit crabs. Hermit crabs can be found in many parts of the world, especially in tropical areas along the seashore. And you can see them for yourself, I'm sure many of you have, if you just go to these areas. So hermit crabs are sold in many places. I bought 3 hermit crabs recently at a department store. Not department store, I said that again. This is a home center. So I bought 3 hermit crabs in a home center and I brought them home, not really knowing or prepared for how complicated these little creatures are, these little critters. They're not as easy as you think. And many people get them and they don't really live very long. So I'm going to try my best to set up a little temporary habitat, crabitat, for them today. And I hope this video can give you an idea to do the same. So let's get started. So my little plastic container, I took off the lid. The lid has a little sliding door if you can feed them. It snaps on the top, it has some air holes. So I have sand, 2 cups of sand. This should be about enough. It's pre-rinsed. You want it to be moist but not soaking wet. They like to be a little bit moist sand. Got 2 nice cups of it. I'm going to pour it on this side to give it a sloped look, kind of like more of a beach type of look. So I'll put that. It has about 2 or 3 inches on the high side and about 1 inch or so on the low side. That should be good enough. You want as much sand as possible. If you're going to get sand from anywhere, this sand is made for aquariums. It was bought in the home center. One bag of it came with this little starter kit. It's actually a starter kit. It comes with a few little things. And if you're going to buy sand, it's better to buy it actually. Than if you're going to get sand from the beach and you're going to bring it home and just throw it in your crabitat or hermit crab habitat, you're going to possibly bring home pests with you. You need to bake or cook the sand well, so it's better to just buy it from a home center or wherever you can get sand that's doesn't have little parasites and stuff like that in it. So we have the sand in there. Looks pretty good. This is only a temporary home. I'm going to get a bigger tank. I need at least a 10 to 20 gallon tank. And you should start off with that right away. But I need something to put these hermit crabs in as soon as possible. So this is a temporary crabitat again. So the little starter kit also comes with food. I'll get into that. It comes with a few shells, which I'm going to put in here. You want a few shells. They like to change shells. They need to change shells. So I'm going to put a few of those in there. And it also came with a little island style dish here. This little island style dish, feeding dish and water dish. So you want to put fresh water, and you also want to put a little dish on the side with some salt water. It needs fresh water and salt water. If you're going to use salt water, you have to make sure it's sea salt. And when you use fresh water, you're going to use an aquarium dechlorinator, water conditioner, because they don't want the stuff that's in the tap water. They don't want to drink that stuff, the chlorine, the chloramine, and whatever else is in there. So you need to use a water conditioner. So I'm going to set this up on top of the slope, like the island here. Shells laying around. I also picked up a coconut hut, but this is too small. I'm going to save this when I upgrade them. And that's the setup. Now I have a few hermit crabs and I have a few pieces of coral because they like to climb around on things. I have the hermit crabs right now in a very temporary little container here with some water and some a little bit of food. Now there's a variety of foods you can use. I wouldn't use, it comes with this kind of food, yado curry, I think it says lunch. So it's a kind of a hermit crab food. But it's not actually that good because it's processed. They like fresh food. There's a bunch of different types of food you can feed your hermit crab. I would definitely research and check it out. You'll have fun doing that. So let me take out some of the pieces of coral. I got a few pieces of coral. Put them in the temporary. Put that up there for you can at least see it. Take out some of the pieces of coral. Okay, I have 2 dishes in there, a water dish and a food dish. Let me get a few more pieces of coral here. And let me show you the hermit crabs. This one's very small. As you can see, he's inside the shell. He's retracted in there. You can see his claw a little bit. I'm going to put him in there. And they're all very small. So this temporary home is going to be fine for them for now. This guy is a greenish shell. He's halfway out of his shell right there. As you can see. Oh, there he comes. Oh, look at that. Got him on camera. They do pinch, so be careful. He's trying to pinch my finger right now. Look, 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 look. He's trying to pinch my finger right now. So be careful if you have kids or cats or dogs. He's still out of the shell right now. He wants to find his new little home. So let me give it to him. There you go. So, and the last one is also very small. He's also coming out of his shell right now. So I'm not sure what type of hermit crab this is exactly. I believe it's a Caribbean. It could be from someplace in Japan. That guy in his temporary home right here. Add a few more pieces of coral. They like to climb around, as I mentioned. They need some place. They also burrow under the sand. So if you don't see them for a little while, they could be under the sand. Don't disturb them if they're under the sand. They could be trying to molt. They need to molt to grow. So put a few more pieces of coral in here. A few more little pieces right there. Oop, it's looking good. Lots of natural look. It looks very good. Now, I suggest if you're going to get hermit crabs, do the best you can to take care of them. I read some things online that they are not really well taken care of. Don't paint their shells. The paint on the shells are toxic. Make sure you give them fresh food. Make sure you give them fresh water, and make sure the water is with water conditioner if it's from tap water. And you can also pick up things like this. I have these little jellies are made for hermit crabs, or it says on the package, yado curry zeri, or jelly. These little jellies are coconut jellies. They like coconut. They like coconut leaves. Coconut leaves would be fine. Little leaves if you can find them. Don't put like wood if you don't know where the wood is. Could have bugs and other parasites on there, or on the wood. So I also have, believe it or not, they make this. This is, I'm not sure if they have this where you're from, but this is actually yado curry popcorn. They like a variety of different foods. They're scavengers. So this is not your microwave popcorn. Don't get your microwave popcorn, buttery and salty stuff, and throw it in your little crabitat. I wouldn't suggest to do that at all. This is made for a hermit crab. So I also have that little coconut hut. I'm going to use that when I upgrade them into a bigger tank. I think this is a pretty good setup. If you can see, there's lots of little coral for them to jump around or climb around on. Little water dish. You're also going to want, I'm going to give you this little tip, a spray bottle. Spray bottle that sprays, gives a nice little misty spray. And make sure you put a dechlorinator in this. also. Spray them at least once a week, to keep them moist. Make sure they like humidity. So if you have a lid like this, that's not bad of a lid. Has air holes, but perhaps you want to cover a few of them up with some kind of plastic to make it more humid inside of the crabitat. Try to keep it as comfortable as possible. Try your best to make them live as long as possible. Take care of them. So let me snap the lid on here. There we go. So this is a temporary crabitat or hermit crab habitat. And I hope this gave you some ideas. This is Aquatics Planet. I appreciate any likes. I appreciate if you subscribe. And I'm going to do an upgrade on this crabitat. So you might want to stay tuned for that. And if not, I hope you learned a little bit about something, and I hope you're going to look at the description below and click on the links that I'm going to leave there so you can read more about hermit crabs. They're fascinating creatures, and they're great little pets. But I'll let you read up on it and decide for yourself whether you think you should get these or not. I would suggest, now that I read up on it a little bit more, you should probably leave them in their natural habitat. So with that said, we don't always have to keep everything as a pet. I've done that many times. This isn't my first time having hermit crabs, but this is my first time trying to keep them, actually. I just caught them temporary when I was younger, and when I went on vacation in the beach areas, and I would just let them go. I would keep them maybe for a few hours or a day or two, and then I would just let them go. I've done that many times through many years, keeping things temporary and letting them go. And there's nothing wrong with that. I suggest you just enjoy them in their natural habitat. But if you have hermit crabs, read up on them as much as possible. They're great little creatures, but you don't want to treat them wrong. Do the best you can. Read up on them. If you have them, take care of them. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.